Michael action producer known for Bad Boys, Armageddon, and award-winning smash hit Ambulance. You guys remember Ambulance? You know, the movie where people hijack an ambulance and drive through LA for an hour and a half? No? Well, there's a good reason for that. The best thing that came from Michael Bay, in my opinion, was Transformers. If you're unfamiliar, Transformers were originally toys that could be transformed from a robot to a vehicle. Cool sports cars, fighter jets, tanks. Yeah, these are every little boy's dream. I'm sorry, you're a girl and like Transformers? No, you don't. You like animals and princesses and common sense. Society told me these things so they could keep selling me Transformers, and yeah, it's working. Eventually, Hasbro bought the license to these toys from original Japanese creators. A few prolific Marvel writers created storylines for a TV show in the 90s, and the messiah of 2000s action movies himself, Michael Bay, turned Transformers into mainstream media movies. The 2007 Transformers movie defined me more than I remembered. I remember having an entire basket of Transformers toys, and I was always mesmerized by all of the engineering that went into toys for ages 3 to 8. I was only a toddler when the first Transformers movie came out, so I don't really remember watching it for the first time, but I do remember watching the next 3 movies with my dad. Sorry, Mom, Michael Bay is a guy-on-guy thing. Having said how much all of this meant to me, I don't really remember the plot for any of the movies. Maybe the only good part about being an adult right now is that we can find pretty much any movie or show within the 30+ streaming services that are, you know, overpriced and frankly terrible. A little while ago, I watched all the Transformers movies, and let me just say, I can see why a child would like them. The first movie was really good, and it was really the only one that holds value still. Plus, it starred the hottest person that has maybe ever existed, Megan Fox, which yes, she was a high schooler when the movie came out, but I was a child, so technically she molested me. The next 2 movies were drastically worse. I liked them as a kid because plot didn't really matter when you had giant ass-kicking robots beating the shit out of each other. Big guns, cool cars, even robo-nuts. Thank you, Mr. Bay. As I watched through 5 hours of what I can only describe as car porn, I wondered if there were any other Transformers projects out there. And yes, there were 4 new movies, all around 2.5 hours each, and I had to see how bad they are. Fortunately for me, these movies are all behind a paywall, which is honestly insanity. So let me get this straight. We pay $8.99 a month for Prime Video, $11.98 if you do not want ads, or a $14.99 payment of Amazon Prime, which includes Amazon Prime Video, only for some movies to still be behind a $3.99 rent paywall. But if you rent it, you can only watch it for 48 hours. So alternatively, you could buy it on Amazon Prime for $16.99, but you can only access it on Prime itself and don't really own the movie, just the rights to it through Amazon. So if Amazon ever goes under, you just lose the rights to that movie. A better option would be going to your local FYE or whatever the fuck is still open at the mall and finding a Transformers movie maybe for like $10.99 or $11.99, which is just a crazy different deal. How futuristic! As I dug for more Transformers media, I found a free movie titled Transmutators. There seemed to be some kind of rip-off Optimus Prime on the thumbnail, so I thought this must be somewhat related to Transformers, right? And through the first 5 minutes, at 3:48 in the morning, I thought, maybe I just try again tomorrow. This isn't making any sense. So I paused it and restarted it in the morning, and let me just say, I was just as confused as I was the previous night. Before we get into the movie, I must preface this by saying, although this was made in 2023 and titled Transmutators, it has nothing to do with any Transformers or really any Transformers gimmick. It actually came out December 22nd, 2007, only 5 months after the first Transformers came out, and it was originally titled Resilco, which is Tagalog for recycle. Couple notes, would have been nice to know this was an English dub because that was super fucking confusing at first. Second, how and why was this movie redistributed and recycled through Samuel Goldwyn Films? If you don't know who or what Samuel Goldwyn and his films are, he was basically one of the first pioneers of Hollywood, and his production company, Samuel Goldwyn Films, was one of the first production companies in Hollywood. And this same major film company bought the rights to this 2007 Filipino film, rebranded it, and re-released it to get a couple more bucks. It's almost like Samuel Goldwyn Films are going through movies and recycling them.
Mr. Goldwyn is a senior and one of the most successful members of the motion picture industry. Do you think the cinema has a great future?
Greater than ever. People will not see the bad films. They can see that at home on television for nothing.
Even though Transmutators has nothing to do with Transformers, which is kind of ironic considering the amount of time I've wasted trying to explain Transformers, it instead rips off countless other films, including but not limited to Transformers, Mad Max, Star Wars Episode 4, The Matrix, Alien, Terminator, Star Wars Episode 5, Mad Max Fury Road, and Herbie Fully Loaded. I've actually actually never seen Herbie Fully Loaded, but I think there's a car in it, so that's good enough for me. Now that we've gotten that all out of the way, I would like to introduce to you the most famous movie to ever come out of the Philippines. Sorry, Philippines. Transmutators. With an esteemed 31% on Rotten Tomato and a 2.9 out of 10 on IMDb, we are about to witness absolute cinematic perfection. The movie begins in outer space, like Star Wars. I'll be doing that a lot this video. If it gets annoying, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry. I take that back. I'm not sorry at all. As a giant asteroid hurls towards Earth, the asteroid farts, breaks apart, revealing a Bass Pro Shop pyramid, and gives birth like a Mormon housewife. The smaller ships dash towards Earth, peppering the globe in explosions like chlamydia in a petri dish. Right off the bat, everybody is dead. I mean, we all saw that, right? That was a quarter of the planet being destroyed. The rest of this movie better be realistic, or I will be angry. The title sequence seems to have some funny names in it, like Ramon Bong Revilla Jr., Ding Dong Dantes, Empress Shuck, and TJ Trinidad, which, and you can look this up, are all real people. I also learned that Ramon Bong was also a senator in the Philippines from 2004 to 2016, which includes the entire production of this movie. And not just the production, he was the main character of this movie. It's like Filipino Arnold Schwarzenegger, but not like German and stuff. Speak of the devil, here's our main character, Christos, walking through a cemetery, seemingly not knowing where he is or what he is doing. He pulls out a camcorder to replay a video of his family, and here we get a first glimpse into the masterful voice dubbing.
All set.
Come on, Christos.
Here I come. On your position.
Okay, get ready.
All right.
Here we
1,
go.
2, 3, and blow. Yay!
My working theory is that the people that did the voice dubbing for this movie also spoke English as like a second language, which kind of adds more charm to it if we're thinking about it. During this flashback, we learn that Christos kisses his daughter like a penguin. Then we cut to yet another flashback where the daughter is filming these aliens being birthed out of the sky. If you were thinking, man, I wish we could get more flashbacks, guess what? In this next flashback, we learn that Christos is actually a soldier, probably getting ready to fight the aliens. And then boom, another flashback. Jesus Christ. Here, Christos is telling his wife that he's off to war, but they're being recorded again by the daughter. Okay, so let's let's work backwards here. So right now we're in a flashback where the daughter's recording, which was a flashback of another flashback, and then a flashback of the daughter recording, and then another flashback where he's watching the These are the guys that wrote Endgame. Okay, so it's now been like 2 minutes, and I kind of hope you guys can see why I had to stop watching this. I love that the writers thought the only way to tell this story was with not 1, 2, 3, but 4 flashbacks in a row. Hold on, I'm getting some new intel. It can't be. A 5th flashback has hit the movie. Okay, I'm trying not to be too insensitive, but do Filipino people just not know how to kiss? This is the second instance in a very shockingly short amount of time. One of my favorite things about this movie are the transitions, like Star Wars. Okay. They use these very out of place and somewhat high quality backgrounds and then just immediately snap to the next scene. They also use a mix of the Star Wars side wipes, like from Star Wars. So we are finally in the current events of this movie, and we are introduced into 2 new characters, Aaron and Kiara, who for some reason have left the safety of the doomsday compound that them and their community live in to try to walk across this barren wasteland. Gen Alpha could never understand walking through the wasteland apocalyptic dead zone with aliens at the dead of night by themselves, right, my fellow Gen Z? They are met by 2 more characters, which brings our grand total up to 7, and I hope you're counting and remember, because yes, there is a quiz after. They're spotted by the alien ship, which we learn are called locusts, and decide that the best course of action is to find a clever hiding spot. Or yeah, no, taking 2 steps left is also hiding sometimes. 2 locusts teleport down from the ship and decide these humans need a bit of throwing around. All hope for the kids need lost when suddenly a voice rings out. Holy shit, us what are we a transmutator? It's funny, after this entire scene, you would think this robot car thing would be a big part of the story going forward, but nope, this is the only time we see it. Mr. President, we've created a machine that will solve all of our issues and kill all of the oppressors that are taking over our land. Nope, lock it away. Why? It would literally fix everything and save everyone. Stakes aren't high enough yet. After shooting the locusts, he decides they need a bit of throwing around.
You're tough, huh?
I hope you can see a theme. I don't know about you guys, but if I was a locust, I would sneak up behind Christos and oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, such a kind, gentle alien. You know, I hope one day, when I'm eventually abducted by aliens because I know far too much, they treat the probing of my anus with that much care. As Christos is talking to the kids, the mystery child decides that he fully trusts Christos just like right away. But luckily, Christos, like any sane adult, responds very appropriately.
And where did you scavenge this pretty girl?
Whoa, buddy, what is this? The United States government? There are just too many lustful gazes being traded right now. Come on, guys, there's aliens around. They're our guests.
Get your hands off my sister, you filthy mutant! You mutants are a bunch of freaks! Leave her alone around...
Wait, I thought there were just locusts. There are mutants too? How many things are invading the Philippines in this movie? So far, we have been absolutely bombarded with information, and we're about to get a shit ton more. So I'm gonna try to summarize best as I can for you. The woman, Bianca, and her little sister, Bam Bam, have been searching for a place called Paradise, which is a compound where Christos, Aaron, and Kiara are all from. Christos is the military leader there, and Kiara has some special secret that she's not allowed to tell anyone. Spoiler alert, it's superpowers. Oh, and Bam Bam's a mutant. Spoiler alert, she also has superpowers. Oh, okay, another shitty transition. I think we're done with the story now.
Just get what you can finish.
God damn it. Okay, so here I'm going to introduce you to the characters I will only refer to as Boobs, Simp 1, and Simp 2. The only point of these characters is for one to have boobs and the other to be simps. Pretty simple. Like, fucking excuse me, guy. Everyone say hi to the asshole. Hello. Like the video or she'll get you. Can you please get... Okay, so this girl's deal is that she's blind and can see into the future. Spoiler alert, because of superpowers. That should hopefully be all of the backstory that we need for now. Quick anecdote, the superpowers really don't play any purpose until like a while later. It's really weird. It would have been a better story if they had them like right away, but from 2007, man, who cares? We cut back to Christos and the others, and they are getting surrounded by mutants. Crikey, mutants and locusts are different for a couple reasons, see? Locusts are the actual aliens that invade Earth, and mutants have half human blood and half locust blood. How do they figure that out? Someone for sure fucked a locust, right? And they found out that they have, for sure, they don't explain it, but that's how it happened. I'm almost positive. I mean, but have you seen the locusts? I don't really blame them. The leader of this specific group of mutants' name is Abo, and he dresses and looks exactly like Neo from The Matrix. Kiara's stupid ass spills the beans and admits that they're from Paradise, so they all get kidnapped. But right before Christos gets taken away, the simps and other random people come to save him. Christos and the simps split up. Christos goes to save Bianca and Bam Bam, and the simps go to a warehouse to do cool BMX tricks. Christos, like any other responsible parent, lets the kids drive and hold the gun while he jumps out of the car to try to save Bianca and Bam Bam. I know what you're thinking. Whoa, Christos, that's wildly irresponsible to let the kids do that. From someone that grew up in a small, white, Midwestern American Republican town, this is very normal. While Christos is jumping from car to car, wrangling with mutants to save total strangers, the Simpson gang are grinding on rails, bike kicking, or bicking, as the kids say, and snapping necks with their feet. You dare say that that wasn't realistic?
Who's your daddy?
I don't know what to tell you. That's what every police officer is trained to do. Yeah, I'm a cop, but not that kind of cop. I just do it for the power. Back to Christos, who after kicking Mutant Neo out of the car, gets control of it and drives him to safety. How do they roll up on Mutant Neo after kicking him out of the car like half a mile back there? Yo, this guy's a fucking witch. Fucking stab him in the back and kill him. Kill him. I know what you guys are thinking. What happened to the kids driving? Don't worry, they're completely fine.
Oh no, Kiara! I can't stop it, the brakes must be out!
See, I know that that was funny in this video. I cannot tell you how much funnier that was watching this movie for the first time at like 9 in the morning. It was so ridiculously funny that they killed children this fast in the movie.
Aaron, Kiara!
We're all right!
Oh, no. Okay, they're fine. Don't worry, guys. So the reason that they're okay is because Kiara can teleport. That's her superpower. The thing that gets me is that none of the bad guy mutants seem to have any superpowers. It's only the mutants that are on the good side have any powers. The blind lady that can see into the future is also a mutant, but it seems like Mutant Neo's only power is to look like 2000's Keanu Reeves, which might I add, pretty badass power. Also, the locusts don't seem to have any powers either, so is it like, do the humans have powers here? I don't know. It's so confusing. We cut back to Paradise, where Christos and the Simps are talking about their secret project when the mutants retaliate. During this scene, I found it really hard to concentrate, not for anything serious, but because anytime anyone moved, a loud metal clanking sound effect, like their feet hitting the metal on the floor, it literally was all you could hear the entire time.
But I'm still feeling nervous. I'm sure that the mutants will retaliate.
I just came from the operations center today, and according to our radar, no one's coming, so we're still safe. Although I'm not sure if the radar still works, since it's outdated.
After a poorly CGI'd panoramic view, we cut back to the giant Bass Pro Shop pyramid where we are finally introduced to the main villains of the movie. The main antagonist's name is Hades, and he is literally just a Palpatine ripoff, like from Star Wars. Dark brooding cloak, check. Hasty brooding face, check. Hung brooding wiener, check. We learn that the guy Christos impaled was actually Hades' son, and after Hades learns of this news...
I'm afraid always does it.
Wait, what did he say?
I'm afraid always does it.
No, one more time.
I'm afraid always does it.
Oh, we just lost the game. Whenever Hades makes these big speeches, the camera starts circling around him all crazy like and cuts off every other character's face. So they have to wait for the camera to get back into place for them to actually start talking. There's also smoke going off in the background, which is unnecessarily loud.
Who murdered my son?
According to Abu's soldiers who reported it before they were killed, the human's name is Christos.
Christos.
They had to have told the sound effects guy to just do whatever the hell he thought of, right? The majority of this film is just the sound guy making sure he gets noticed. Hey Jim, how's it going today? Oh yeah, it's going good, going great. It's going awesome at the office here. Hey, you seen the big news about the boss? Oh yeah, I saw the big news. It's pretty crazy how that stuff happened. And that was the bit. Thank you. Back at Paradise, we see the mayor making a speech that the town is out of gasoline and some basic supplies, so Christos and a task force are to go out and grab some more.
Mayor, I know a place. At the town's border, there's a gas station there that still has a lot of gasoline left.
Is that true?
And the mutants aren't aware of it.
I think I understand what's happening with these sound effects. Either the original producers and editors did a really bad job, which is highly likely, or Samuel Golden Films actually scrubbed most of the audio from this movie and had to add their own, which would make sense because it seems like there's a lot more added than missing in this movie. In a shocking event, Simp 1 actually betrays Christos and Simp 2 because they made fun of him during the town hall meeting.
We also need to find medicine and supplies to restock the clinic run by Dr. Miles.
Oh, wow. Still trying to impress her.
He tries to make a bargain with Hades that if he rats out Christos and Simp 2, Hades will stop invading Paradise, which they agree on. As Christos and his crew are out gathering supplies, they get attacked by locusts and mutants. One guy gets stabbed while taking a big piss, and another just gets fucking abducted. I feel like the locusts could easily beat the humans here. I don't know why the mutants even have to be there. Christos decides he's going to sacrifice his own capture so that the others can leave, but before he makes his very noble sacrifice, him and Simp 2 aura farm for like 30 minutes straight. I'm a big fan of how Simp 2 only had one gun, so he looked like a third as cool as Christos did the whole time. Like, at least him with one of these, man. Come on. Christos is captured and brought up to the Bass Pro Shop pyramid, where he meets Hades. Nope, time to start orbiting. Literally 4 minutes straight of circling around Hades and random electrical pulses. Jesus, man. Hades says he's gonna make Christos suffer by turning him into a mutant and also by invading Paradise. One of the mutant generals, for pretty much no good reason, decides he's going to betray Hades. So he saves Christos and they go break out Simp 2.
What I am about to show you right now will prove why I've decided to work alongside with you.
The locusts are using the humans as the food source. Lead with that, come on. They're all freeze-dried up like packaged meats. It seems like the writers couldn't figure out how to get Christos to escape by himself, so they just kind of BS'd a story to try to get the biggest man of all time back on the good side. Christos and the good mutants stay, while Simp 1 stays back and gets recaptured. We get a little preview of the training workout that goes on in Paradise. Yeah, that checks out. Hopefully all the vigorous training pays off, because it looks like the locusts are going to attack him. Oh my god, what the hell is that thing? Have they had that the whole time? I feel like it would have been easier to use that thing the entire time than have like 50 of their dudes trick-shotted, right? During this fight, all hopes are seeming lost, as the locusts and mutants are just overpowering the humans. But the humans have a secret weapon. Remember how I said the original movie was named Resilko, which is Tagalog for recycle? So I guess it does kind of make sense why you would want to rename this movie Transmutators or something Transformers-like, because the main focus of this movie really is these robots. It's just weird how they come in more than halfway through the movie. I also feel like you could have used them a little bit sooner. There's no need to be dramatic here. You're fighting. What is that? What are we doing here? After the fight, it's revealed to our characters why the blind woman has superpowers, which we already know is because she's a mutant. It's also revealed that Kiara and a few other of these kids have powers too.
Where did you go?
So you can teleport?
What? Whoa, hey!
Back at the BPSP, we're shown yet another secret that they've been hiding. Oh, that's a creature of the Alien movie ripoff. That's an Alien ripoff creature. Yay! I don't know what that brings our total up to, but I'm pretty impressed that they were able to pull this off with, like, no licensing issues. We learn that the Locusts have been getting their ass kicked all around the world, so Christos recommends that they counterattack.
We will find the counters!
But I personally don't think that's a good idea. I mean, they only have one robot.
Wow, look at them! They're awesome!
Why the hell would you create a robot army and just hide it away? It's like these guys have never been invaded by aliens before or something. What the hell is your deal? All right, she's gonna hang with me while we finish this. After a nice speech, Simp 2 and Boobs Doctor get a little alone time. Oh yeah, right? Isn't that right? Yeah.
Angelo, why must you drag me down here? I still have to fix the clinic.
That's just so you'd know how I really feel about you. Since I know you only see me as a friend.
Just promise me that you'll be coming back, best friend, all right?
Wait, did they just friend zone each other? I would much rather die in war than come back home to a friend zone, dude. Are you kidding me? All right, I'm gonna free you from your shackles. So the plan is that Christos is gonna use Kiara's powers to transport onto the giant Pass Pro Shop pyramid, while Simp 2 goes and uses the giant army to make a ground attack. But on the alien ship, we see Bianca being escorted into Hades' chamber. Now, why does this happen? We learn that Hades is actually Bianca's father, and she's gonna rat out the entire robot army to try to befriend him. Okay, if it was me, and my father was the Emperor Palpatine of a ripoff Transformers movie, I would not want to know the motherfucker. Not even Spaceballs or ripoff Transformers? We get back to Paradise and... Oh, I guess this is a Christian movie. I've since learned that the Philippines are pretty Catholic, so this makes sense to me, but I was just caught very off guard. Are most Filipino movies involved with like some kind of prayer and Christianness during it? Let me know, I guess. Just like every Christian after they pray, it's time to resort to some violence. The ground unit's moving on the Locusts and Mutants with some, may I just say, top of the line CGI for like 2007. Luckily, each time has fantastic sportsmanship, so they give each other time to rally their groups with one last big speech. I mean, they have such good sportsmanship that even after the bald guy goes crazy and shoots someone else, they just kind of hang out still and wait for them to go. We finally get some action. I especially like the 3 Power Rangers back at Paradise who all take turns shooting at mutants with literally no enemy fire. I also especially enjoy the scene where the blind woman just goes crazy and starts kicking ass out of nowhere. Just to go right back to being blind and useless. Not to say that blind people are useless, but she herself in this exact scenario is undeniably useless. Except for like randomly a second ago. I don't know, they don't really go further on that. During this ending battle, the movie switches between 3 scenes. The compound, the front lines, and Christos' battle in the Bass Pro Shop pyramid. They spend the least amount of time on Christos, so I'll catch everyone up really quickly. After he plants some explosives, he's caught by guards, starts doing some boss-ass acrobatic techniques, then gets surprised and gets Star Wars down a huge tunnel. The pacing in this movie is just extremely uneven, so kind of like Emperor Palpatine coming back, a lot of it doesn't make sense. Sorry for the spoiler, you should have seen it already. Also, don't watch them. Back at the battleground, for some reason, the Simp and the Mutant Commander decide to ditch the robots and fight one-on-one, which I think is about 100 times less interesting than 2 robots fighting. But you know, what do I know? Simp is just straight up getting his ass kicked. I mean, it's really sad how terrible he is at fighting. But it's not surprising, considering his training was just dancing around all that, and that's what he should do. He should start dancing!
sort of weird move is that? Hey, stop dancing! Let's finish this fight!
Hey, Grouchy, are you happy now? The fight's finished.
Now that's what I call character development. Hades jumps down the shaft after Christos, and they're just crawling around when suddenly the blind girl telepathically tells Christos that he just needs to believe in himself.
All you need is to believe in yourself.
And Christos rips off Jimmy Neutron to activate his secret powers, which are floating around like a pretty little fairy. Don't get me wrong, this is a pretty decently cool fight scene, but it's very unclear what his powers actually are. If his only power is to believe in himself, then what a shitty power, am I right? Don't believe in yourself. Just as Christos is about to kill Hades, Bianca comes in and reveals that Hades is her dad. This is the perfect time for Hades to rip off movie 300. Add that to the list. Christos catches himself and meets back up with the simp and Baldy, where he tells him to just, fuck off. Let him be alone in the fight scene. Christos watches as Hades escapes with Bianca, and creeping behind him is the big alien ripoff. That's Alien the movie, not the noun. After Christos kills this alien in the name of his family, he blows up the Bass Pro Shop pyramid and sacrifices himself in the explosion.
What was that? What a big explosion! Are you nuts?
Honestly, the only cool character development and bit of self-sacrifice— oh, he's back. Alright, well, now that the ship is blown up and the locusts are gone, the people of Paradise can finally do what they've been waiting for since they got invaded. I bet you're thinking like, oh, reintegrate back into society or like take a shower? No, that's silly. They celebrated Christmas, duh. Oh, this was actually a Christmas movie, like Filipino Die Hard. The movie ends with Christos looking up into the sky, presumably trying to set up a sequel, which unfortunately never happened. My final thoughts on Transmutators. I haven't really figured out the theme of this movie yet. The Matrix is a trans allegory, Fast and Furious is about family, and Transformers proves that with a bunch of money and cool explosions you can make a good movie, I guess. An okay movie, I guess. But what's the theme of this movie? I feel like there was barely any character development. I mean, the humans pretty much always had the upper hand, and none of the main characters made any sacrifices except for Christos at the beginning of the movie, I suppose. Maybe the theme is, if you're a government figure, nothing bad can ever happen to you and you get a lot of money? Maybe it's about how as long as you're a Christian that celebrates Christmas, aliens will leave you alone. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!